Hello YouTube, this is the Sega Man here, doing a review on the Memory Card Plus for the Sega Saturn. The Memory Card Plus is basically, I like to call it the memory card. It was a add-on cartridge released for the Sega Saturn back in the late 90s, mid to late 90s, and the point of it is basically like any other memory card was to hold save games, but it was different from other memory cards due to the fact that the Sega Saturn already had internal memory. The reason it was created was because the internal memory on the Sega Saturn ran on a battery, and when the battery died, just like the Nintendo 64 memory cards, when the battery died, you basically lost your saves and you couldn't do anything about it. And also another thing with the Sega Saturn is, since you're dependent on the internal memory, if you run out of space, you can't do anything. You can't really make more space, and it was a very small size considering some of the how many blocks game saves could take, especially things like sports games. So companies such as Interact released these type of basically memory cards or carts, and held a lot more space and did not utilize a battery, so you would not have to use a battery. Now, of course, flash RAM can eventually die, but it's a lot better than running out of batteries all the time. So just to show you an example, this is my Sega Saturn here. It's the Mark, oh god, what is it? The Mark 80,000A. Mark 80K, I guess that's how you could say it. But as you can see, this is basically a grand example of how this works. There's a flap here. If you pop that off, you can see that there's a battery here. If I were to pull that battery out, all my saves would be lost. That's basically how that works. So Memory Card Plus fixed that problem, as I have explained. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. You have an instruction manual here and some tips and tricks as well. Troubleshooting, basically. Comes in this nice little protective plastic casing in this cardboard box, and then you basically just close that up, and here it is, the Memory Card Plus. This is the cart, the Memory Card Plus cart, and it's very lightweight. Feels very sturdy. Actually, if you bang it, I think there's a spring or something there that's vibrating. From the feel of it, it's like a vibration in there. So it's really well built from the feel of it. And now, if you can see, the pins look kind of cheap. That's something to mention. I got lucky with mine, but the Sega Saturn, keep in mind, the Sega Saturn had a very, very cheaply made expansion port. That's the expansion port, that's where that goes. Okay, these were made very cheap. You can see there's already dents in it, and I've only used it once. This is the first time using that port, and it's with that. And the person who previously owned it never had one of those cards. So, basically, how this works is, you would put this in, like that. Now, it is a little stiff. You just gotta push it, and it just slides in, and you're done. When you power on your Sega Saturn, it will now say licensed by Sega to say that the memory card has been licensed, and you can now go into the options. And here was the interesting thing with these cards, especially these ones. What you could do is conveniently copy the save files. It was like a memory manager, basically. Copy the save files from internal memory into the card. Copy them, not move them, copy them. And vice versa, kind of like having two PlayStation memory cards interacting with each other. So it was very convenient, and it held a crap ton more space. I mean, the internal memory was 32 kilobytes. I think that's like 463 blocks for Sega Saturn. Correct me if I'm wrong. And if I count it right, the Memory Card Plus has 8 megabits. It's advertised right here. It claims that it has 8 megabits of backup memory. Now, it's good to know that 8 bits equals a byte, okay? Because when you look at older game consoles, they like to talk in bits, not bytes. Like today, we read, a movie might be 700 something megabytes. my game needs this many gigabytes to install, stuff like that. These are in bits. Basically, this is 1 megabyte. Now, 1 megabyte is a huge difference than 32 kilobytes. And this is why these are a great thing to own. You don't run out of battery, so you have your save games for a very, very long time. And two, it holds a crap ton more space. Just a lot more games. And so now with 1 megabyte, instead of just 463 blocks, which the average game could take 20 to 80 blocks up of space, you now have 16,060 blocks. That's a lot. And so the Memory Card Plus and many other similar cards were very useful. So that's basically the Memory Card Plus for you. If you own a Sega Saturn or thinking of Sega Saturn, sadly these are kind of hard to find. I mean, you can find them on eBay, but they can be quite expensive, surprisingly enough. It's hard to find in even a retro game store, I've noticed so far. ANC in Toronto has a few, I think, but I haven't found any other game stores that had it. One Up Games did have this. That's why I bought it, and it was a good price. For the complete in box, it was about $30, and last time I looked, it was about $50 for a similar thing, complete in box. The cheapest I saw online was $15 for these each, and they are kind of weird to pull out. Yeah, they're pretty stiff once they're in there. Basically, try to get one of these. Once it's in there, try not to put it in, remove it. Just try to refrain from putting in and removing carts as much as possible, because these wear out really easy and they're just a junk port. I don't know why they chose to design it that way, but that's just how it works. I recommend to try and find the Action Replay 4-in-1 cart, because it's basically this plus Action Replay plus the 4 megabyte add-on and something else I forget, but the 4 megabyte add-on I'll talk about in another video. I do not own the card, so I can show you, but I will talk about it in another video. So again, this is the Memory Card Plus. It works great. I like it. I love it. So Sega fans or Sega Saturn fans, try to get that if possible. I know it's sometimes hard to find. I know it can be expensive, but if you can get one at a good deal, get it. It's worth it. I put it in, and when I saw what it could do, I was very, very happy. And a lot of Interact products are really great in my opinion, like the Dex Drive, the Game Boy battery charger, things like that. So again, thanks for watching. This is the Sega Man. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Bye. Hi YouTube again. This is just a bonus segment of the video, just show you how it works. This is my beautiful Zenith TV. It's mine. I paid for it. It's lovely. $50, 27-inch. I love it. COTs are great. They'll last a long time if you take good care of it. Anyways, point is, I'm going to turn on my Sega Saturn. You can't see it. It's down there, but anyways, when you turn on, you get your boot screen. And excuse the monkeyish photography here, I don't know what you call it, but anyways, as you can see, it just detected that it was copy or licensed by Sega. So all you basically do is go to the system settings and go to Memory Manager, and now instead of remove item clear, you now have the copy option. You can also go to cartridge memory in this blue dialog here. You just go up and down. So I'm gonna go to remove item just to show you what was in the this cartridge, just for the hell of it, before I delete everything. We have something called, I don't know, Albert, Dr. Force, Guardian Heroes. I thought that was cool. Mega Man X4. I'm pretty sure that's Panzer Dragoon, Pan DRA, if you can see that. Rayman, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, 6 games on there, but as you can see, oh my god, look at that one, 284 blocks. That's a lot. That would take up half of the internal memory. As you can see, the memory available is a lot. I mean, that's a crap load. So I'm going to delete all this stuff now that I've basically showed you. And I'm not sure if there's a erase all option, I forget. But anyways, so basically I just remove everything here. Oh, excuse me, I counted wrong. I'm good with math, I guess I'm tired. Okay, I can't really go inside, but anyways, all you do is you go to copy item to cartridge. As you can see, I got Area 51, FIFA, Quake, stuff like that. So all you do is copy, yes, copied, and it doesn't delete them, just like a PlayStation. It basically copies it to the other side, kind of like two memory cards, like I said before. So once that's all done, you press B to go back, and C to, you know, you can go vice versa as well. But anyways, here's all my data, and I have almost 17,000 blocks when it's empty, apparently. So anyways, yeah, so as you can see, I have, like, if I delete all this stuff, I have nearly 17,000 blocks, not quite. And on the internal memory, there's like, I can delete the stuff now because I can. Wait, overwrite, what are you talking about? Oh, I'm in copy mode. Excuse me. Excuse my mistake. Anyways, if I were to delete these, right, you can clearly see that even after deleting everything, okay, I'll copy a small item, that after deleting everything, if you add 4, it's basically 462 blocks, and that's all you get. Anyways, again, I hope you enjoyed the video. You didn't have to watch this bonus if you didn't want to, but it's here just for your knowledge. Thanks for watching. Sega Man. See you later.